Hey guys, so today I'm going to be doing a Dark Souls challenge run. The theme for this run is going to be boss weapons only. And I'm going to lay out a few details on the run. So there will be glitches to this run. Nothing game breaking. We're not going to be skipping any bosses, anything like that. But it won't be all bosses. So due to the insane stat requirements of most boss weapons, I'm doing soul duping and things of that nature, just to make it a bit easier. Instead of, making me spend about 12 hours or something like that soul farming, I decided that, I might as well just do a few inputs on my controller and just get, some souls. I think it'd be a lot better for my experience and also yours, so you guys don't have to wait about, like 4.5 years for a video to come out, because I'm sorry, but I can only play like an hour of Dark Souls in one sitting. I can't do much more without losing my mind. Anyways, onto the run. Here we actually just did not even grab our starting weapons because we have no use for them. We killed the Asylum Demon with our black fire bombs because we need his hammer. And the only way to get that is to kill him before you get your starting weapons. So we killed him that way, so we can get him his weapon as our first boss weapon, so we can actually like really start the run. So if you want to get technical, no, you can't beat Dark Souls without using any weapon other than a boss weapon. But I don't know. I mean, you can also skip Asylum Demon, so it's up to you on how you look at it. Now we're starting our first soul dupe, which we needed to do, and we're just going to put everything into strength. We need a lot of strength to wield most of the weapons we do early game. We grab our little things such as homeward bones, stuff like that, a few souls that we can dupe. I dupe another small soul because they don't give them many souls, and we need like 50 strength or something insane like that. So we keep duping, and we just continuously upgrade. Then we're going to go down into the lower Undead Berg area and use our master key, and we're going to grab another soul here. And on top of that, we're going to grab the soul right by the undead dragon, which is sleeping, I guess. I don't know. I thought this was pretty funny. We got hula hooped by this dragon. I don't know why we caught on his tail so bad. And then that splash damage hit me like, how? How does that happen? I don't know. But hey, what can you do? Here's me doing another soul dupe. If you guys ever want a tutorial on that, I can show you. It's pretty easy. But yeah, I mean, look at how many souls you have. If you really just want to like blow through Dark Souls, you can just soul dupe like that and get to a super high level. Here we go. We finally get to a decent strength, so we can actually wield the weapon. And we grab the Grass Crest Shield for the obvious stamina increase. We run past Andre, say hi, and then go to the bonfire, which we need because we're going to be fighting the Gargoyles. So the Gargoyles fight was actually really easy in my opinion. Wasn't too bad. It was just kind of tedious because it's two enemies, which I don't really like, but we do so much DPS already, it's not too bad. Yeah, the only thing I'd say that really helped us was they just started trying to breathe fire both at the same time. We got really lucky here, almost died. But yeah, if you just kind of keep your distance and wait for one of them to breathe fire and then attack, you'll probably be good. Also, something I've noticed is that after you kill the first bow gargoyle, and you only have like the second one left, that comes in with half health, he will just like only breathe fire for some reason. I don't know if it's something that I do as I fight them, or if it's just something by design, but that's really all they do. There you go, first boss of the run down. Pretty easy. Here's our first belt of awakening. And we go straight down to the Blighttown bonfire here. Grab that before Quelaag. And you can see we have our new weapon, which is the Gargoyle Tail. Quelaag's pretty easy. If you just get this that leg that pokes out a little bit more, you have some more room to run. My biggest attack opportunity was when she would make the fire spider thing that she is riding or halfway has become, if you smack its legs, it will die, obviously. But yeah, you can catch it as it's spewing fire. That's the best time to do it, because it just sits there no matter what. It will just eat every single one of your attacks. The big thing you have to watch out for is when she does her nuke attack, but it's pretty obvious. She'll like bend down or whatever, so you can just catch that before it happens. And there is our second Bell of Awakening. Now we're going to go back to Undead Berg and grab this bonfire that we skipped. We're actually going to go to the Taurus Demon and kill him with Quelaag's weapon, which you can see is quite good, and it's pretty obvious because this boss is not meant to be fought right now. So yeah, but I did find out that his weapon is quite good. I went through all of Sen's Fortress. It was fun, to say the least, and here we grab the secret bonfire. And now we go into the Iron Golem. It's a pretty easy fight because of our high DPS. We knock him down pretty fast after hitting his ankle like twice. I accidentally run in the fire there, which could have killed me because we have pretty low HP. That's fine. As you can see, we just knock him over and smack him in his knee. It's pretty easy. Now we get to Anor Londo. We grab our bonfire, as we should, and we go across the top of this building. It's kind of terrifying. Push our lever to twist down the elevator. Get the archer to fall down slowly, but that's fine. And we grab our bonfire that's really close to Ornstein Smoke. We'll fight Ornstein Smoke. A pretty easy fight. It's not really that bad with the crazy high damage that we do. But as some of you keen viewers might notice, I'm still using the Taurus Demon's boss weapon. That was not on purpose. I thought I was using the Iron Golem's boss weapon. Yeah, I realized that as I was editing the video, and I decided to not redo the whole run, because this run took me about like 6 hours, so I did not feel like doing all that again. So please have mercy on me. I will never ever make a mistake again, I promise. There is one thing I'll tell you, they're both part of the like hammer category, and they seem to do about the same damage, so you know, the fight would have been about the same in all honesty, so you're not missing out on much. Now we grab the Lord Vessel from my favorite character ever, Guinevere. Thank you. We place the Lord Vessel, and we have to do some level ups to strength, and we can wield Smoke's hammer, and sadly I'm too broke to buy the Crest of Artorias, so Andre must die. And he actually like kind of kicks my ass here, which he has been doing for the last few runs. I said I was going to try to not kill him, but I don't know, the greed got to me. I didn't want to spend souls, so he had to die, but hey, worth it. Here we got the hidden bonfire right outside the door that you use Crest of Taurus on. Here's us opening the door. And now you run through all the NPCs. You're in this covenant, so the enemies won't try to hit you anymore, just in case if you die to Sif. Here we grab the stone armor. And we go into Sif's boss fight. I don't really know what happened here. I don't know if this is like some strat that I accidentally like just stumbled upon, but yeah, he just kept walking backwards. I don't know, it's kind of dumb, but yeah, there you go. Now we're going into New Londo Ruins, where we can use that new ring we got from Sif. We dodge and duck by all the ghosts, kick down the ladder for the shortcut, grab the key to the seal from this dude on the roof. And we use our key to the seal and push the lever. If you haven't noticed, I'm actually carrying Artorias' sword, because that's the weapon that Sif uses. Now here we drop into the Four Kings fight. I feel like I've said this in every video, but Four Kings is a DPS test. Nothing more and nothing less. It's just how much damage can you do in a short amount of time. So yeah, that's what we try to do. So we put on really heavy armor so we can tank hits. And we just swing as much as we can. And we actually have more than enough DPS, so it really wasn't a problem. Fun fact, if you get right up in the stomach of the Four Kings, you can actually dodge a lot of damage if you get hit by the hilt of their sword rather than the actual blade of their sword. There is only one downside with being at super high like equip load and things like that and trying to do this tanking strategy, and it's the fact that you will most likely get grabbed by their grab attack every time because you just can't get away from it. But apart from that, if you have a high enough vitality, you'll be able to tank that as well, so you'll be good. Here we are just finishing the fight. It's going very smoothly. It's not too hard in all honesty. It's just it can get hard if you don't have enough DPS, and that's why I think the creators put in. Just make sure you're actually ready for endgame. And there's another Lord Soul. Now we're actually going to grab this bonfire so we can stay a bit closer to some of the bosses. Here we take down my least favorite boss. I have a deep hatred for Ceaseless Discharge. If you watch any other of my runs before this, whether it is challenge run or the failed playthrough I tried, yeah, I hate Ceaseless Discharge. I think he's dumb. I think he's stupid. The only thing good that comes out of him is the armor set you can pick up, and it's like not even that awesome, I guess. It kind of looks stupid, but I don't know. It's fine, I guess. And that attack makes you so mad. It can hit you from, you know, all the way from Anor Londo. You know, like it's stupid, but thankfully, there's a cheese for him. I mean, it's not a cheese, it's actually kind of like a hidden way to kill him. He thinks he's big and tough, he fucking jumps all the way over there, punch him a few times. And yeah, and the reason why I did punch him is because the Four Kings actually they don't have a weapon that you can use in this game. So we went with no weapon, because we had no choice really, which it's kind of blue, because I think their swords are cool. So the weapon I chose for Ceaseless Discharge was the Fireball Pyromancy. I really couldn't think of anything that he uses other than just like fire, so yeah. So we go back and kill a Capra Demon, not because we want to go into the depths or anything like that. I just wanted to use his weapon for some other boss fights, and we need to kill the boss for us to use the weapon. Really easy fight, obviously. We're super over leveled for this, so yeah. I mean, I think the dogs give us more trouble. Yeah. So here we are using his weapon on the Demon Fire Sage, also another one of my least favorite bosses, but it's not as bad as Ceaseless Discharge, you know. It's just a reskin, sort of a boss that you can fight 3 times in this game, which is kind of stupid, but you know, it's fine. You gotta fill up the game somehow. You gotta make it long. But yeah, I mean, we're doing 600 damage a hit. It's really not that bad. Just baiting out his butt slam. He just keeps doing it over and over and over again. I do hate his explosion magic, but it's whatever. You know, it's not too bad. And we get hit about 1,000,000 times in this fight by it. But yeah, boom, done. Good fight. Thanks, buddy. Get the fuck out of my game. I hate you. I hope I never have to fight you again, but I will in the next run. Now, there's one good thing about him, and it's actually his weapon. It's the Demon Catalyst, I believe is what it's named. And it's actually really cool. So it's a catalyst, so it's meant to be used for, you know, sorceries and things like that. But if you do your like heavy attack, it actually like stabs, and it has like I'm pretty sure it's like pure fire damage. So on fire bosses, it's useless. But on any other boss that isn't highly resistant to fire, it's actually really cool. So we did that against Gwendolyn. This boss is alright. It's kind of annoying if you get a bad cycle and you can't get hits off on Gwendolyn, because then you just run up this huge long hallway just for you to not even get a hit, and it just feels like a waste. Thankfully though, that did not happen to us, and we actually got this fight done very, very quickly, which I was happy about. I think we only missed one cycle, maybe one or two, which isn't too bad. I'm not really the best at fighting Gwendolyn. It's not a boss I really like to fight. If I can avoid Gwendolyn, I just do. I don't think the boss fight is all that fun, in all honesty. I do like the gimmick of him teleporting back, but yeah, but apart from that, I think it's kind of just a ass boss fight. As you can see, I was wrong. I think this is going to be the last cycle we have to go through, but that's kind of the reason why I don't like the fight, is because if you just get in like a bad rhythm, you're just kind of screwed, you know? Plus, his magic hits for about like 1,000,000 damage. So there you go, now we beat him. Finally, got that dude down. There's one thing I actually learned on this run. I didn't know that this guy had a weapon that he could use, and it's his bow, which I think is actually really cool. I've actually never really used a bow to fight a boss in Dark Souls Remastered, so this was my first time. It was really odd. So we took on Centipede Demon, and it did take a while. I'll say that. It's doing, I think 100 damage, or maybe 120 damage was the most it did the whole fight. So definitely not as much as I was used to during this run. And also I learned, if you lock on and you aren't like in the right angle, your guy's not gonna hit him. He'll just completely whiff. So I had to, at some points, quick scope him, but we ended up getting the job done, even though it took forever. I was pretty much screaming at this moment when I got grabbed. That shit pissed me off. I was like, how the fuck did I get grabbed? I was actually in a Discord call with my friend, keeping me sane during this run. Not that it was necessarily super hard, it's just running around, killing bosses, getting their weapons, and then going and killing another boss just for you to not use their weapon anymore, which was pretty obnoxious, honestly, because I would like get used to a weapons moveset and I would like it, and then I would immediately get it stripped and taken away from me. This fight actually got really close, which was shocking because Centipede Demon really isn't that bad, but he got super jumpy at the end of this fight and he just kept jumping in the air, so we couldn't really hit him with much accuracy because he just kept jumping. But we finally got it done, got his ring, thank God, it's over. I tried to celebrate, but you like can't with the bow. You can see I just like zoom into the distance on accident. Yeah, that's alright though. I skipped me running through all the lava because that shit's ass. Here's us grabbing the secret bonfire near Bed of Chaos. And now the Bed of Chaos. Pretty bad weapon. So Centipede Demon also does not have a weapon that he uses, or that you can use, I guess. So just think of me punching the bulbs with the ring he has on, I guess. I don't know. That's the only item you get from him, and I'm wearing it as I'm fighting Bed of Chaos. So if that's how we're gonna look at it, and that's how I can get away with it, I'm happy, you know. So yeah, because I'm sorry, but I can't beat a boss with just my fists. I can't do it. I wish I was good enough. I wish I could lie to myself, say I was good enough, but I'm not. As you can see, I'm getting smacked around by Bed of Chaos, so yeah. This was actually one of my worst runs with Bed of Chaos. I probably died over 10 times just on the last part. But hey, you know what? It's not a deathless run, so it's fine. And here we go, finally getting into the heart of the Bed of Chaos, and we get to punch this bug and finally call it quits. Thank God. Another Lord Soul down. Seek the Ceaseless. Yeah, you gotta take your mandatory death here unless you do the archive skip, the Duke's archive skip, which I really don't want to do. I kept trying to take tick damage just so I don't get cursed, and then finally does this big attack where you just get killed by the spikes. Now we're gonna grab the bonfire in our cell and start our big escape. So you gotta punch this lizard, snake, reptilian man, grab the cell key, sneak out, get another key from this box, and open up the big old door, which leads us into the actual big part of the Duke's Archives, where you can see all the cool library stuff, but I skipped that for you. And we just get the secret bonfire out here on the balcony, which is very convenient while fighting Seath. So here I use the Chaos Storm spell because it's the thing that reminded me most with the Bed Chaos, because of the giant like flaming pillars that come up as you're trying to get to the heart of it. So this spell kind of reminded me of one of the moves that we can actually replicate. Here I waited for Seath to slither up as far as he could so we can get as many hits. Goes in for a smack, move away. That's the one attack we actually have to watch out for as we fight him. The rest we can really just like sort of tank, or it just won't hit us if we get deep enough into like his stomach armpit thing. But we eventually kill him. Boom, there you go, done. Woohoo, finally, Seath is dead. I only got killed by him about 1,000,000 times, but that's fine. Here we offer up our souls, or our Lord's souls, to the soul vessel. And now we gotta go fight my favorite boss, Pinwheel. He is super challenging and amazing. We're using a Moonlight Greatsword here from Seath. And there you go, he's dead. See you, bud. So Pinwheel also does not give us a boss weapon, so we just wear his mask that he gave us, and we got a Mask of a Child. We're just gonna do another boss fight with the Moonlight Greatsword. We grab the Skull Lantern so we can actually fucking see. Grab some bonfires and get down to Gravelord Nito. His fight isn't bad. It's sort of the same strategy as I do for most runs, where it's just you wait for him to crawl up to you, so skeletons will get a little bit closer and you don't have to aggro all the rest of them, and then you just kind of face tank stuff. Weirdly enough, one of his strongest attacks is the one you want him to do, which is what he's doing right now. It's like a nuke attack. It kills all the skeletons around you, so it just kind of gets them off your ass a little bit. Sadly, I overstepped a little bit, and the giant skeletons got aggroed, so they were really a pain in the ass. I even got grabbed by Gravelord Nito. I didn't know he even had a grab attack, I'll be honest, and I was scared to death because we only had a few HP left. But once he did that last nuke attack, it was kind of over for him because everything was dead. So we just ran in, beat the shit out of him, really. He kept doing it, cleared off all the enemies for us, thankfully. And yeah, that's our last Lord Soul. I actually do really like Nito's fight, but it is kind of trivialized when you just use big armor, which is what we did, because it makes it a lot easier, you know. Now we put a last Lord Soul in. Love this animation. And we go fight Gwendolyn. Or not Gwendolyn. Gwen, sorry. And we got hit by the fucking Black Knight. That was really annoying. But we just used the parry method. And actually, I'm quite proud of myself for this run. Obviously, I'm no speed runner or anything like that, so it isn't perfect parries all around. But I think I did pretty good for my skill. You know, I just smacked him right there in the stomach a few times. I would Estus when I needed to. And yeah, I don't know how he didn't hit me on some of those swings. I think he was just on that ledge, so his sword went right over my head. But you know what? I took it because I wasn't taking damage, so it didn't affect me. It's a super fast fight when you're just parrying. We're also using the Gravelord sword because we killed Nito, so this is his weapon. You can actually get this at the start of the game, which I did in my no upgrades run, if you want to see that. And yeah, this is the last parry we do on him. And we just finish him off with a light attack. And boom, there we go. We killed Gwyn, the Lord of Cinder, meaning that the run is over. I decided to do the lighting the flame or kindling the flame ending because, I mean, come on, we gotta take the role of the final boss after using all the boss weapons. I thought it only fit, you know. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to like, subscribe, share, whatever. Please give me feedback in the comments. Tell me what you did, what you didn't like. You know, guys, I'm sorry. I know that you want me to be all jumpy and joyous with my voice, but it's just not my personality. See ya.